Welcome, welcome, welcome to this channel. This is V Elevating Her Consciousness, and I am back with another video. And the topic of this video is going to be things revealed unto babies, or things revealed unto babes. Please do your research. This information is for educational and entertainment value only. Please do your research. So, as you can see on the screen, we have the title of the title of this slide is Little Mermaid Gives Up Her Voice. And I wanted to do this video for our shop and our store because I had a lot of questions presented to me. We were out doing our shops, our pop-up shops and everything. And a lot of people don't know about some of the gifts and some of the reasons, like for example, when you look at the slide here, you have the symbol up in the right with the blue. That symbolizes the fifth chakra, which is above the heart. This is a gift that is given to the people that have this gift. They have a innate and a natural gift of expression and voice. Okay, not to say that out of all the 12 disciplines, you know, not to say that others don't have it, but you have to probably work a little bit more to learn how to express yourself, or even if you're singing or whatever, or you have a singing voice, you may have to practice and develop that, and which we should, because that's why we need to learn from each other. We learn from each other, but there are those who have it, a natural gift of it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, the fifth chakra, which is your voice, right? And so I wanted to point out in this 1989 animated Disney film of the Little Mermaids. And I also wanted to ask, have you gone out to see the movie? Friday it came out, the Ariel, or the Little Mermaids, I guess the live version, or the in the flesh version, the Little Mermaids, May 26th, it came out. They said it brought in 3-day total of 105 million. And the fourth day total was 125 million in its first week of release. And the actress Halle Bailey, she was the main actress, or the star in that movie. Hopefully went to go see it. I didn't get a chance to see it yet, but I plan to go and see it. But I have a clip here, and what you can do is go to this. You see the blue in the blue up here. There's a clip that you can watch. It's like 2.5 minutes long. It's 2.5 minutes long, right? Or you can also click the arrow here. I put a clip in here about just highlighting just a little snippet out of the movie of this 1989 animated film where Ariel, she showed her voice, Ursula was the evil witch. So, a lot of times I think, not a lot of times we think that when the adversary or the enemy comes to do things, we think it's going to come in a sort of way like this, like a witch or something like that. But it's not always that way, because in our real world, we have a lot of contracts that we sign. We sign away things. And this is important to, for children to learn, that anything that they're going to be signing, even as they're growing up, is very important. And so the very thing that Ariel needed to get the prize that she wanted, and I'm just gonna say prize because you got to go in there and watch it. I'm not gonna tell you, everything that's what's going on in the movie. And perhaps you might want to buy the movie. It's probably maybe cheaper these days. I don't know, but or you might want to rent it or what have you. Then watch the whole film. Or like I said, just for this That's just for the purpose of this video. I, you know, took a snippet out of here. It's 2.5 minutes long. You can go and watch it. And just to make a point of how important it is, how important your voice is. You know, your voice is very important. But if you notice how she said it so quick, when you watch the little film, she said it so quick. I don't want much, just your voice, and it's just how she smoothed it over. So you would never suspect, you know, that her being a young lady probably would just, you know, oh, it's not that much, you know, it's not that much. But your voice is very important. That's a gift that the Most High gave you, and that you need to be very careful as to what you're signing up, because in the end of the day, when you watch the whole film, they had to turn the whole kingdom upside down to get her out the trap. Okay, once she had sold her voice over. And if you look at the contract here, so I put a picture up here of the contract, and it says for all eternity. Now she thought she was just gonna go and go and swim up to, you know, on land, which is all what she wanted to do, and it was just gonna be that simple, but it wasn't. It turned out to be very complicated. And so watch that. And like I said, I want to also say, you know, a lot of our young children, the young children that are coming into this world today, I notice that a lot of, you know, these babies, they come in here with a full set of teeth, their eyes be wide open, you know, because back in the day, you know, the baby's eyes didn't open for like maybe at least a few days or a week or something. Not anymore. So we don't underestimate, you know, how much your child can learn and how much they know and what they're able to learn. Okay? And we need to be careful of some of the things that we lie to them about, the lies, and also the contracts, you know, that they can get into. Some of these contracts can be very complicated. And we tell our children, like back in the day, you know, I used to hear things like, oh, the baby came out of watermelon, and Santa Claus, you know, put the gifts under the tree, and the Easter bunny laid the eggs. You know, a lot of these little lies that we tell them coming up, you know, you don't know how they feel sometimes whenever, because I know I felt like that in a way. I felt like my parents were being deceitful. Meanwhile, I went out and went to school and learned a whole, you know, a lot more. So by the time it was time for me to go on my own, I wanted to go and not look back, because I felt, you know, you feel like I should have learned that at home, right? Then there are a lot of things I think that our children we should have that conversation before we even send them to school. I was looking at a commercial the other day, and the teacher said to the students, I am going to talk to you about your changing bodies. Okay, so some parents may not want the teacher to talk about that to them, but when are you going to talk about it? When are you going to tell them? You sit them out in the whole big world to go out there to school, to socialize among other children, but you didn't have the conversation with them. And like I said, don't underestimate what your child can learn. I mean, even though they may not be able to express themselves when they're babies, they understand a lot of things that you're telling them, even while they're yet in the womb. So I just want to make that point. And the secrets, again, the secrets and the lies, you know, and the truth. See, that these things already have been revealed unto babies. So don't forget to go and click on that little snippet of the video, or you can go to the link clipchamp.com and watch that video. Construct the video a little bit, because it's just somewhat of a glitch because I'm doing something new. I'm trying to put in a clip so that you can perhaps click on it. I don't know how this is going to work. Maybe you could click on it and then it'll, you could play it, during the video or something. I'm not sure. Maybe maybe that won't be right. I'm trying this. I don't know. But anyway, continuing on, I want to say once more now and again, things reveal unto babies. Ariel's contract with Ursula. So not sure if you can be able to click. I don't think you will be able to do it because it's probably gonna just play. This is probably something that it's gonna play, and you just gonna probably have to use the link, right? You're gonna have to click on the link and go ahead and look at it that way. I don't know how this is showing up, but I'm gonna try it. Like I said, to click the arrow and then play it. Hopefully that will be a way it can be done. So again, things revealed unto babies or babes, contracts and secrets. And so I thought that, put a comment below what you thought about the little clip, or what do you think about the movie as a whole? And do you think it have any significance? Because like what I was saying, your voice is a gift. The voice, that fifth chakra is symbolized. It's symbolic of the sword, which is the word of God. It symbolizes and the sword is symbolized of the spirit. It's the element of air. It's symbolized. So this is a very, very powerful gift. If you enjoy, please put a comment below what you think about Ariel selling out on a voice, right? Because that can have so many implications to real life. It's not even funny. And like I said, we're looking for certain things to be this way or that way, but it may come in a different way, and it doesn't look like what we think it looked like. It looks entirely different. Okay, it might not be a witch or something that you're looking for, but it may come in a different form. Okay, and generally that's what it comes in a form. But see, you're getting all caught up in the FUD, right? Fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The fear that we're being taught, the fear that's been put in front of your face. And meanwhile, the real crooks and the real things that you need to pay attention to is just they done got right through. So keep that in mind. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the video. And as we get down to further into this video, go ahead on and click on the I'm probably going to cut this part out because I'm sure don't need it, but I need to put this in here because I'm trying something new, like I said, with these videos, to put a clip in here, and also I'll put a link so that you can watch the video without me playing the video within here, because then it's going to end up with a copyright strike. Thank you. Again, the topic of this video is things revealed unto babies. Things revealed unto babes. And I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. That is Matthew 11:25. But God have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty, and base things of the world and things which are despised have God chosen, yea, and things which are not, to bring to naught things that are, that no flesh should glory in his presence. 1 Corinthians 1:27. You see, the kingdom of God is just really within you, right? And as we were just talking about the gift of voice, how important that is. That's your fifth chakra. That's above the heart. Okay? Your fifth chakra above the heart. And so we need to be cognizant of, you know, that our children can learn things that's even beyond even our own imagination. Okay? And the scriptures clearly says, you know, and I sit and I wonder why you think. So we wonder, you know, how not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. Many, you know, because many of the greatest secrets, you know, have even been revealed to babes. You know, we get so, you know, set in our ways, or we're so set up in our self-righteousness, and, you know, in controlling everything, till we forget, you know, to, you know, that, okay, one day this, you know, the child may have to grow up. Okay? We don't want to tell them, but sometimes I think a lot of times these children know more than we know. We the parents are sitting there, and the child is looking at the parents, you know, sideways, because they're like, how you gonna sit and lie? You know, I even had some of my children, I'm not gonna tell you, I'm telling you, my child, one of my children did, you know, they're like, I don't know why they're lying about this, because, you know, they look down on you, really, because who you think they are, you kind of underestimate them, because you didn't put any trust in them. They feel deceived by you. You don't really want that to happen with you and your children, okay? Because you want to send them out in the world equipped, because it's the world is not what the world holds for them, but what they have, what they have within them, knowing themselves is what they have to bring to the world, because they have a lot to bring to the world, because they have gifts that God, the Most High, gave them. So we got to make sure we bring that out of them, rather than trying to oppress that or suppress that. You know, a lot of things that we suffer in this life, because it's because of our own disbelief, our own limitations, that we have also oppressed upon even our own children. We fail in a lot of ways to bring out the best in them. Or, you know, I'm just gonna tell them one of my stories, you know, like, and it's just, and I feel like it's just been that way, where who is the most in fear, the parents or the children? A lot of times I think it's the parents, because I know when I had my first child, I was that I felt like I was that way, because what happened was, let me tell you this little story. So I had my first child, my newborn child, and I had her in like like the, you know, the car seat, you know. So I put the car seat on the couch and sat down. And this child, you know, this child was like, this was a 9-pound baby. She was like, you know, she was kind of big, right? And I'm saying that for a reason, because when she kind of wiggled or something like that, and the whole car seat thing fell off the couch, and she fell down in there with it. And I'm telling you, I got up and I was hollering so loud, and my mom was sitting there. She was sitting right on the couch. And I was like, I was like, I was hollering so loud, you know, because the baby had fell down, you know, she had tipped over, and the car seat and all on the floor, you know, it was carpet down there and everything, but, you know, she fell on, the whole thing fell over, and she was down there under the car seat, the little baby car seat thing. And my mom was like, girl, what is wrong with you? You hollering loud, and the baby ain't even crying. The baby didn't even cry. Okay, so the baby did not even cry, you know, because, you know, I guess, you know, like I said, the parents are more in fear than the child. The child, she was fine. That big old head baby. This a fine big baby, right? She didn't even cry after falling down. But I was hollering, you know, I think I was like, you know how you just do a big holler or whatever, it wasn't like tears or anything. Because after I picked the baby up, you know, she was fine and everything. So it wasn't even a big deal. But I'm the one that made the big holler, like I was so afraid or whatever that something had happened to the baby. But these children are really strong. Like they're really strong, and I think a lot of times we don't realize how much they know and how strong they are. And so that's just one of my stories I wanted to tell. But things reveal unto babies. Okay, a lot of times we're sitting there wondering why a child be knowing before you. Your children are knowing things before you know it, and are there to help you learn as well. We can learn a lot from our children. Things reveal unto babies. Okay, so getting back to what I was saying about these gifts that have been bestowed upon us by the Most High. You know, knowing thyself, going in with the inner man, right? See this. So here it is. It says chakras are always open. Chakras are always open. If they were closed, no energy would pass through, and we could not be alive. Think about that. The chakras are said to be blocked when energy is not flowing smoothly or is flowing in small amounts. Energy not flowing smoothly or is flowing in small amounts. The ideal is that the energy circulates evenly and abundantly in the chakras to ensure psychophysical well-being and allow us to embark on a path of spiritual growth. So what that's saying to me is that if your chakras are blocked, say for example you have a small bowel obstruction or GI, something going on in your abdomen area, abdominal area, right there where your solar plexus, where your your root chakra and all those things, constipation. Now one of those, that's one of the things, because we constantly looking for things that are so like I said, like we see a witch or something like that or something devils, but these things are happening to us every day. These happen to people every day where people are constipated. They're having small, but I be working in the healthcare field as a professional healthcare person. I've seen a lot of people come in with small bowel obstructions. That means their bowels are blocked. So we had to stick an NG tube down there to decompress the bowel, so that they can, so that then the doctor going to decide, whether they're going to do surgery or whether just decompressing it may just alleviate the blockage or what have you. Do we have to get to that point? If we begin to start getting to know ourselves better, and know about our bodies more better, and listen to our bodies, speak to our bodies, perhaps then maybe we can keep the energy circulating, keep it flowing, because it's very important. If you look at the screen here, you see the chakra symbols. We have chakras within our body. But the earth also have chakras. Keep in mind, the earth have chakras. And so if we're wanting to embark upon spiritual growth, then we need to be, knowing this, right? When I look at here on this map here, the one with the map, it has the chakras all over it. And I'm not sure how significant that is, where these chakras are being placed, but I'm seeing where it says the base or the root chakra is somewhere centered here around over here in America. The root chakra is in America. And then what looks like the solar plexus, or because that is 4, 5, yes, that's all 7 chakras there. In Africa, they're showing where there's the the fifth chakra, which is the voice. Also, then the green, the heart chakras, the green one is look around over there somewhere around in Europe, and just so and so forth. But my main concern, my main 0 point is I'm concerned about over here where the base is. That means that's where things perhaps started out at. That's how I'm looking at it right now. How you looking at it? Put a comment below how you're viewing this. So yes. So I'm gonna go to the next slide here. And I have another little clip that I want to share in regards to some of the information that I want to get into in regards to crystals. Some other things that I think a lot of the youth and a lot of children and adults. And because if you look here, the topic of this slide is Transfromania, and this is from the film. It was the last film I think was 2021, and it was the Hotel Transylvania 4. Yeah, Hotel Transylvania 4. And the whole premise here is in regards to the earth. You know what I mean? The earth, and it's, the earth is abundant with energy, crystal mines, and everything like that. And this is another thing that has been revealed unto the babies, because perhaps I think a lot of times adults are so set in their ways a lot of times. And this little clip is going to, this little clip or this movie, this entire little animated film lets us know, it really tells a whole story about how adults sometimes are set in their ways, and sometimes how they want to be in control of everything, and not just let, not allow, or they just don't want to learn from anybody else. But there's a lot we can learn from each other, like I said. And basically, just a little snippet of it is that the human transforms into a monster, and then the monster transforms into a human. So it's basically a story telling of how two people, switch places. You know how you switch places with somebody just in order for you to see what they experience or how their life might be, and so that you can kind of be in their shoes to see, try to get a better understanding of how they may feel. A lot of times, it may take something drastic, for you to just to get to know what another person might feel. And what I really liked, the song at the end of the movie is called Open Your Eyes. Love is not hard to find. A lot of times we can't see the love and how others love us, because we're so stuck in our ways, or we're not willing to see the other side, or just let the spirit flow through to be able to get a better understanding about one another. And if somebody could love you so much and they could be right there with you, but you don't see it. And and it's all about loving people for who they are, not for what you want them to be. A lot of times we want our children to be do what we did, or if I was the biggest, greatest football star, what I want my son or to be the greatest football star. And perhaps maybe they just want to sing or something. So, but you want them to do something. They can't make no money doing this or nothing. I'm seeing these roles change a lot in the world. Especially right now during this shift where roles are just, Your people are not even able to do the things that they thought perhaps maybe they wanted to do and that they used to do, and now they're having to switch roles. And this is where we're getting a big test. Looking at the screen also, there you see the crystal here. This crystal, that's a quartz crystal, and somebody kind of made like a little wand out of it. Are people really taking it serious? You wonder why your children are attracted to some of these things when it's been revealed to them. Meanwhile, to us, that's some maybe foolish or devilish, you may want to call it. But if it's so devilish and foolish to you, the Most High revealed it to the babies because they will accept it more than you would probably be willing to accept the fact that the earth itself are filled with all these wonders and everything and all these powerful minerals that basically you need for your own body because your body is made up of many of these minerals. Clear quartz healing properties and uses. This is what the clear quartz crystal is. It's an abundant mineral found in many far-flung corners of the earth. Arkansas, that's in America. Brazil, South America. And the vanilla cracked shores of Madagascar. This silicon dioxide rich stone is known for its ability to absorb, store, and regulate the release of energy. Exactly what you need to bring back to a sense of balance. So this is what it said that this mineral does is it basically it's one of the most abundant. And it's most rocks are made of this mineral here, or this crystal, or the clear quartz. This is just one type, which is found everywhere. This one here, and most of all, they say even on the sandy beaches are actually billions of broken crystals of quartz. Quartz is a type of mineral which is a substance found in rocks, soil, and sand. Even the sugar and salt in your kitchen are crystals. Okay? And Mount Ida, which is in America, the quartz crystal capital of the world, is in Arkansas. Sometimes when I think about what people say about America, sometimes like it seems like America don't have nothing in it. But America is really abundant with a lot of these natural minerals and also elements and different things like that. Painite. It's not just the rarest gemstone, but it's also the rarest mineral on earth. Okay, so everywhere on earth is important. And I think America is very special. And we don't talk about it a lot. We don't say it a lot, but we cannot, don't count America out. Please, don't count America out. The clear quartz, right? Some of the things that the clear quartz is beneficial in is enhancing mental clarity. It helps with emotional stability, and it is popular in meditation and restorative work. Clear quartz is one of those crystals that is good for just about everything. Clear quartz can take on the energy of other crystals that is near. So if you take a clear quartz and set it next to another crystal, it will take on that energy. Clear quartz enhances spiritual growth, spirituality and wisdom. So it enhances spirituality and wisdom because it clarifies thought processes and emotions. and it can increase inspiration and creativity. It can also help with concentration, studying, and retaining what one has learned. Yes, that's one of the things that clear quartz do. Okay, so there's an abundance of crystal mines in America. Abundance. You might not think so, but it is. Because when I'm looking at that map, it has the root chakra on there. That means that's the foundation, that's the base. Perhaps maybe where a lot of things started and took root when this earth was, was foundation was laid. Who knows? Some 200,000 years ago. You gotta. I'm finna raise the frequency and the vibrations here. Lately I've been scanning through and cutting some stuff off. Why? Because if the EFVs, or if the energy frequency and vibrations are too low for my lacking right at the time, I might just cut some things. I don't mean no no harm, or I don't mean any disrespect, but it's that if the energy, the frequency and the vibrations are not where I can really take them in at the time, I might just shut some stuff down or not even view some things. I might just pass you by because right at that time I'm not, because and also if the transmission, the quality of the transmission is, static or something like that, things don't look, if it looked all frowned up or something, I might pass it by. No disrespect, but I gotta protect my energy, right? I'm protecting my energy at that time because sometimes, you're not ready to deal with some of the things that people want to just dish out and just throw on you. And that could be from anybody, family or anybody. You got to just build, your strength up to even face some things, because we are in we're facing a SHTF situation, and you need to save all your energy for the wonderful things and the beautiful things in life. Focus. So I'm focusing on, the beauty here. Rose quartz. So there are some crystals like the rose quartz crystal. Is on the next slide, but this is just a picture showing, this is, I think that's amethyst. That purple on the right hand side. Am I right? That big rock with those purple crystals in there, or stones, is amethyst. And on the left, I think that is it could be like rose quartz or clear quartz that they're mining. Yeah, but are people taking this serious? Not even just babies, but people. So we talked about the clear quartz and what that does, how that helps, with your spirituality. And so now this is a picture of the rose quartz, that pink stone. And they got loads of it, piles of it over here on the right. You can see where they mined. And also here you have the jade or emerald, the green. And I want to clarify a couple things because I had like a person that wanted to ask me a question about the pink, the rose quartz, which it strengthens and balances the physical heart. Because when we were making candles, we made like the candles green, or the green, which symbolizes the heart chakra. Because one of our creations that we made with the candles, it's called the chakra set, right? The complete 9 healing chakra candle set, right? And we did it in green, the heart chakra, to symbolize the heart chakra. And a person came and asked me, they said, well, why isn't it pink? And I hope I'm going to clear this up right here. You see, the rose quartz is the pink, and it strengthens and balances the physical heart. The physical heart. The heart that's pumping inside your body. But the emerald or the jade crystal, you see, the green is for your the symbolized for the heart chakra. The heart chakra. The heart chakra is, that portal that's in there. That's the chakra. So you have the physical heart, which is inside your body, which is the pink, right? Which balances the physical heart and the circulatory system and releases impurities from the body's fluids. That's what the rose quartz is designed. It hastens recovery, reduces high blood pressure, aids in chest and lung problems, heals the kidneys and adrenals, and alleviates vertigo. It's a good energetic support for those with leukemia. The pink rose quartz crystal. The emerald, on the other hand, also deals with the heart, but the heart chakra. It is the powerful stone for emotional healing and is often used to address issues related, once again, to the heart chakra. And also balances the body, mind, and spirit. The green, the jade or the emerald, right? It is highly sought after and one of the most valued stones. That emerald, the green, which is represented by the heart chakra. It's to treat that area. Okay. So the next slide here, the title is The Lost Empire, the Lost City, the Lost Angels. You know, if something is lost, it must be found, right? So the Lost Empire, the Lost Angels, the Lost City. So I got a clip up here. So you go right here and hit that button there, or the arrow, and watch the short clip. I think it's about from 2 to 5 minutes long or something like that. But the clip is about the lost city of Atlantis. And in this little clip, I felt like it's very informational, and it's something else that has been revealed unto babes. It's been revealed unto babies. Meanwhile, we're living in this whole world, and perhaps this is something that could be true, or it could just be a fantasy. But you put a comment below what you think. Now, they also have this movie out, or a series out called The Stargate of Atlantis. And I noticed that, in this little clip, you'll see the crystal and all that and so forth. So if you don't believe in any of this stuff, you might want to re-examine that situation. So when I think about it, I think about the Los Angeles. When I think about Los Angeles as well, then now keep in mind we're talking about things that predates the Bible, before Christ. BC. That means before Christ. That means even before the Bible. So a lot of things that we may not consider because it was before the Bible. Before they wrote the Bible and all this kind of stuff like that. Why wouldn't you want to be interested in history before that? Why would you just want to read that one book when there's a whole history outside of there? Okay, that you should probably be more concerned about, because it's that what made us who we are today. You know, I'm sitting here thinking about when they talk about aliens. You know, and when I read a lot of the books and something, it alludes to the fact that perhaps, maybe, we were the aliens that came here on this earth. Because there are other planets out there. There are other universes out there, or multiverses, perhaps, that are out there that you don't have no clue of, or you have, because since you've been kept in this little matrix or globe, and your understanding, you have not gone within, and the Most High haven't revealed this to you. Therefore, you dismiss it. We're sometimes, I feel like, placed in this limitation. But you need to begin to. I admonish you to begin to start thinking outside of this globe, outside of this box. Because a lot of times we put God in a box, but the Most High is vast. He has vast, an abundance. That we're being told a lot of lies. Oh, there's not enough. But you know what? There's enough for you and me. That's enough for everybody. But you're told that it's so limited, and you believe it. But you might want to expand your mind. And that's what I've been doing, expanding consciousness. Elevate. This is what this channel is about, elevating your consciousness. Elevating her consciousness. Elevating the consciousness. Thinking outside. Going beyond. Taking off the limitations of our understanding and our understanding about our world. Could there be a lost? Because if there's a lost city, there got to be some lost angels, and then the aliens that we looking for, perhaps, maybe, could that be us? Perhaps could we be the ones that are the lost ones? Like, oh, they said Lucifer fell from heaven. And in Isaiah 14:12 says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? No, Lucifer was the bearer of light, the morning star. And so it tells us in Hebrews 13:2, it says, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware. You said they're saying in Matthew 22:30, it says, in the resurrection they will not be not given in marriage or enter into marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. In Matthew 13:39, it says the reapers are the angels. You see, if you go and read about the parable of the sower, it says that the righteous will shine forth as the sun. Okay? And in this little clip, it shows that the city of Atlantis, they said the city sunk beneath the ocean. Okay, the Egyptian, once upon a time, there was a mighty power, it said, based on an island in the Atlantic Ocean. This empire was called Atlantis, and it ruled over several other islands and parts of the continents of Africa and Europe. I'm not saying all this is true, but There are countless books. Plato was one of the great philosophers. Plato's account says that he told the story of Atlantis around 360 BC. 360 BC. BC means before Christ. The founders of Atlantis, he said, were half God and half human. They created a utopian civilization and became a great naval power. Their home was made up of concentric islands separated by wide moats and linked by a canal that penetrated the center. Atlantis, as the concentric ring island in the Atlantic, which sank under the sea, is almost certainly a fiction based on some ancient political realities. You know, if you think if we were the lost angels, or we could have been the angels that fell here, or what have you, put a comment below. Tell me what do you think about it? This is just something to make you think. Watch the animated clip. I'm telling you, I would get that whole. Once you watch that clip, you may want to get the whole film or rent it or however you want to do. But you know that Stargate of Atlantis, that is an actual series that is out. You know, I don't know if it's on Netflix or Prime or what have you. I watched a little bit of it, but if it's in man's imagination, it certainly can be a reality. What you gotta understand what's under where you're standing, and that just not goes only for your body. It goes for this earth, and who knows what it may be. A lot of things right under your feet, and you're not even aware because you're in such a box that you created, a limitation that you created in your own mind. But I'm just admonishing you right now. Expand your mind. Elevate your consciousness. And start with that. When you start to open up your chakras, you know what I'm saying? Allowing them to be open and flow, and let the spirit flow through. Getting to know thyself, starting there. That's the best place to start. And then maybe you'll begin to be able to, the Most High will open up all these chakras, and then things will flow in and out freely, and you won't be constipated. Or a lot of people are sick. You know, we don't know, sometimes these things come in the form of sickness and all kinds of things. And so we are so occupied being sick, our energy is being taken from us and out of us. Just, having diseases and everything, and occupied being sick because we so in pain or what have you. Guess what? We don't have time to even be, exploring spiritually or expanding ourselves spiritually, because we so, we've allowed these limitations to just take over us to the point where it's causing all the blockages between our bodies and in our minds. Opening it up, we need to spend time opening up that third eye, that portal over there, that one, that's your sixth chakra. Your voice is the fifth. You're going higher. Is that sixth chakra, which is the third eye, the pineal gland in your body, which is the temple. Okay. So when we're saying elevate your consciousness, I mean go higher and seek higher, and so the Most High, when that's open, that the Most High can download to you and open you up to seeing things in a different light, instead of being stuck. Okay, the lost empire, the lost city, the lost angels, are there, or are we the ones who have evolved into this great nation, this global new world? Have we evolved to be? You see, I'm under the impression that, yeah, some time ago, maybe perhaps 200,000 years ago, 50,000 years ago, we weren't evolved as we are. We probably was looking like a monster or something. Who knows? That's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking we could now look how pretty we look. But we just forgot, perhaps we forgot how we used to be. The evolution of our souls. You know, as you begin to open up your mind, open up your chakra, and expand your consciousness, you may start remembering some of the things that you forgot. Okay, let's move on to the next slide here. But don't forget to go to clipchamp.com and click on that to watch the animated film, The Lost City of Atlantis. And put a comment and let me know what you think about it. Sunk into the ocean. 10,000 years before the Egyptians built the pyramids, there was electricity, advanced medicine. They had the power of flight. Yeah, helicopters. Yeah, right. You mean to tell me that you think we just got airplanes? No. If you believe that, somewhere it had to be. They said they had the power of flight. They had a powerful source of energy. When I think about a powerful source of energy, I'm thinking about nuclear power. Nuclear energy. Nuclear. You know, that's a powerful energy right there. Nuclear. And you know, it could have been, and that energy there is a powerful energy. They had that power source of energy. 10,000 years before the Egyptians built the pyramids. This had been revealed unto the babies. Because guess what? Some of these adults, they're not gonna accept it. They're not gonna believe it. But the babies will. Think about that. I'm not saying all this is true, but this is something to make you think. Because there's countless books written and movie series created talking about Plato on Atlantis. Here in the map here it says the Infula Atlantis. And then in the middle here the picture says the city of Atlantis. And then you see these circles. And you know that's just like how the Most High would create it. It's like a circle. You see that? And in the middle of that circle, it says there was a temple of Poseidon in the middle. Look closely. You see this. It shows it even got horse race track around there. That seemed like us. Then they had a harbor of zone. And then they had a harbor zone where it go out to the sea. And then it says everyone else lives out here. They lived out here-ish. But going back inside the middle, it says there was magnificent palaces for the royals. And then they said they had a wall of gold. And there was fancy bathhouses. They had fancy bathhouses in there. And fountains, cold and hot, inside there in the inner circle part. And then it had a wall. It said it had a wall around it, a wall of 10. And it had guard towers, probably like tall guard towers. And then they also had, it says up here, they had channels for the ship's passage. And all of this is the city of Atlantis. Where is the city of Atlantis? If you try to think that something like this perhaps existed, or still, if it exists, it still existed. It may not look like how you think it looked, but if the city sunk beneath the ocean, and now we're looking a little different, that don't mean that it doesn't exist. Let's look at the map over here on the right hand, the far right. It says the North Atlantic Ocean. And see, you know, and then it says Atlantis. See, you know, the Atlantic Ocean is right here. You know, you have America over here. They have Africa on the other side. Then you have the South Atlantic Ocean. And in the middle, there's a whole city up there. It says, and then it looked like it says the Pleiades. The Pleiades on there. Then they have the Poseidons. The Poseidonus. I can't read. It's very hard to read some of the writing on here. Sea of the Sabagage or something. I don't know what that is, but I'm definitely looking into this a little bit more when you think about the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean. All right. So, yeah, don't limit yourself. You know, look at other books, maps. Put pieces together, because the one thing I always say is that don't never underestimate, because things need to be practical. That means the real life that you see every day. The things you see every day, no matter what somebody tell you. What's happening out there now? What are they doing out there now? What's going on out there now? Don't ever dismiss that. The places, people, and things that you see every day. It could link or make some connection to how it used to be. Could we be trapped in a wheel of time? In the matrix? Which is what I'm going to call the snow globe effect. And this is going to be my version of the snow. My version of the snow globe effect will be, you know, a picture of a perfect life. Everything seems to be fine until the shift, the SHTF. And you know what that means? Shit hit the fan. Shake you up, right? And you know when you get one of those, you ever seen one of those snow globes, you shake it up and all the, like the snowflakes and everything all shake up, then what happens is it get blurry. So when things in your world get to be shooken up, since you in this little box that you create in your own mind, fear, uncertainty, and doubt being spread, you shake the shake up, blur your vision, blurred vision set in. And the worst thing is that you're just not prepared. And you just need more wisdom, right? You want more wisdom, you need more wisdom. You know, wisdom is, see what wisdom is. Wisdom is about taking the opportunity. When the opportunity arises. See, your spider is smart. Why? It's wise because, not just because it's a spider, it's a spider. And you know, it can do many things. But when the wind blows, that's an opportunity for it to cast its web so that it can be and get to different places. And so we as a people sometimes have to take the opportunity when they arise. To prepare ourselves. Like right now, it may be a time to prepare ourselves. Go to the ant and learn the ways of the ant, because they wise too, because they prepare for the winter. Okay. You want more wisdom in a situation where things seem to be getting shook up. In Hebrews 12 and 13, it says, make straight paths for your feet. Your feet, that's the root chakra. That's your safety and security. Your feet. Make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Meditate. See, when I meditate, I'm meditating on truth and peace. Truth and peace. It's just a part of my meditation of the lower part of my body, the root chakra, safety and security. Safety and security. So the snow globe effect that perhaps is in our life sometimes because we're not elevating our consciousness. We don't know how to open up some of our energy portals are blocked. Therefore, we're not able to see beyond what's outside that globe. You know, inside the globe, it's just the perfect life. Everything seems to be fine. Like once again, until the shakeup. And then we can't see clearly. And see, meditation is a form of stepping out. When you meditate, you step out of time. Like this globe is representing, for me, it's representing a trap. But then to get out the trap, you need to step out of time. Meditation, that helps you to step out of time and begin to get into a mode of receiving. And not only that, just a flow. Allowing a flow to come in, a flow of energy. Letting that energy flow in to be able to rise above or step out of time. Because with the Most High, there's no time. We've created. There's a lot here on this earth we have created. We have created a lot of, even our language and a lot of things that we express, it doesn't really tell the whole real truth. But you got to zero in on the EFV, the energy, frequency, and vibration. And so I'm learning, I am learning how to tune out certain things, and I will cut them off if need be. If it's something if the transmission, the quality, again, like I said, the quality of the transmission seems to be static, or it looks, the energy and the frequency, the EFV is too low, like too low vibrational. I may pass it on, because at that time I know what I'm able to receive, and I know what I'm not able to receive. And doesn't mean that somebody else is wrong or anything. It's what I know, what I can receive and what I cannot receive. And knowing that, then that's how you deal with certain situations. Let's go on to the next one. Okay, wrapping up this video, I want to talk about the strawberry moon, which was on I think it was June the 3rd. Yeah, 6/3. There was a strawberry moon. And I was thinking about someone has sent me a picture of a person standing on a precipice. And what a precipice is a dangerous place to be standing, basically. It's like on a steep rock. But I told myself, in my meditation, I'm going to imagine myself sitting on a huge molten rock. When you think of a molten rock, that's a black rock. That's just like the residuals from off of a volcanic rock, which represents the obsidian stone. And I imagine myself in my meditation, rather than standing on a precipice, because I'm sure right about now some people probably do feel like they're standing on the precipice. But I imagine myself in my meditation that I'm sitting on this huge mountain of a molten rock, looking up at the strawberry moon or even the blood moon rising over the ocean. And so what I'm thinking about right now, I want to also share the scripture with you in Isaiah 40 and 31. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. Meditation is like stepping at a time. And another thing here I wanted to kind of clarify is that the onyx versus the obsidian stone. You see, the onyx stone is actually a crystal. It's formed by this hexagonal shape. Most all crystals are formed by these symmetrical, geometrical shapes, and they really represent, and they have energy, and it has to be a certain energy and frequency. It carries actually a certain energy, frequency, and vibration. Now, the onyx stone, which is what we named our business. The business name of our business is Onyx Phoenix Creations. And I thought that deserved a little bit of time here to kind of explain, what this meant. To see, the onyx stone offers a powerful vibrations of protection, strength, focus, and willpower. And so, but both of these stones, the onyx stone or the onyx crystal and the obsidian stone, are black. So you can kind of confuse, the stones. But I want to kind of, make that distinction between these stones. Like I said, the onyx crystal is actually a crystal that is formed by a hexagonal shape. It's a mineral that has a hexagonal crystal. It's formed. It's a crystal. The obsidian, on the other hand, is formed when the hot lava from the volcano extrudes from the volcano and cools rapidly, and it forms this glass. So it's formed by volcanic glass. Now, the obsidian, which is the volcanic glass, when it's cooled, it forms this glass. It shields against negative energy. However, it's not as durable as the onyx stone. The onyx stone is basically a more heavier. The black onyx and the black obsidian, you could tell the difference by lifting them up. If you feel the onyx is significantly heavier than the obsidian stone. And so I want to explain that in this video. And as you can see right here, I have the that's basically the onyx stone right there. Okay. So one thing you need to know about energy is timeless. Okay, and on that strawberry moon, I did this reading, and there was a 9-card spread, and I used the energy oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor, and I have a video of that. It's about 5 minutes long, and it was amazing to me, like some of the, how it fell out and everything. And I wanted to kind of prepare you once you go in there and read. You know, once you see the reading, the Angel of Strength card came out. And so, like I said, it's a 53 cards in the deck. And out of that 53, 9 cards fell out. And I was going to just use it 9 card spread, basically. And the Angel of Strength card represents the number 50, which is one of the higher suits in the deck. There's only 3 other suits, 51, 52, and 53. The 51st card is the Healer of the Ages card, which is Christ's Divine Consciousness. 52 card is the Goddess of the Moon. And the last and final card of the deck is 53, which is the Magician card. And in this whole spread, it was the door of value. It was just so many things that came out of this spread that was very encouraging, being that this was a strawberry moon. Also, I just want to kind of clarify, like the strawberry moon, a blood moon and a strawberry moon is, or even a blood moon, sometimes people think that you get the impression that a blood moon means something bad or something like that, but it represents a harbinger of revelation, or because that whole terminology, or the whole term apocalypse. You know how that sounds? That sounds like, when one says the apocalypse, it sounds like something really bad gonna happen or something like that. But that's not really what it means. Apocalypse means revelation. Welcome. Onyx Phoenix Creations. Onyx Phoenix Rising. Yes. So I was asking the Divine Loving Spirit earlier to bring clarity and bring wisdom. And so I started working with the Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. And the first card up on the board was Cornucopia, which is wish fulfillment. And I'm going to read across. And the next card was represented here by the number 35. And as you can see, this is represented by number 11, which is a master number. And we have Archangel Michael out here showing us stability. That is represented also by our root chakra, which is represented by Archangel Michael. Stability, security. So let that flow, let that energy flow into that chakra there. And the next one was the third chakra, which is represented by Archangel Shamiel. Archangel Shamiel, which is the solar plexus, which is our center of our life force. Our life force energy, represented also by the number 37. Add that together is number 10. Okay, reading from the third line here, again, we had the door to value come out. So we gotta step through some doors here. If you look at this card, you see where there's a door, and when the door opening, you see in there all this money flowing out, cash or what have you. Basically, this card represented by number 31, which is for new beginnings in finance, perhaps. Exciting expansion in career, or what have you. Next, we have the blossoming of abundance card. This how it fill out. Where they do this at? Okay, this blossoming of abundance card is saying, new increase in wealth. Okay, because you see right here, there's like a garden here with and in this garden, it's like even coins. I'm seeing coins and just a garden. It's showing this new increase in wealth. Seeds. If you've been sowing good seeds, guess what? You're gonna get blossoming of increase or a new increase, perhaps. Moving on to the next one here, door to romance. It says here, door to romance represented by, here is another master number, 33. It's showing new beginnings in love, right? Love exists in energetic potential. Okay, that's energetic potential in love, perhaps. All right. And next, for the final line here, the card came out here. It's the victory card, represented by the number 28, which is 10 once again. So we got double show here, a similar type of energy here again, with this victory card is, you know, opening up to victory. Be open to victory, be achievement, accomplishment. Yes, victory. So this angel is the angel of strength card here. Again, this is a like similar energy that we were looking at over here with Archangel Shamiel. And here we see here the angel of strength card. And I'm gonna come back and talk a little bit more about that angel of strength card, because this card speaks of strength, you know, you speaking your truth, taking action and focusing upon, you know, the angel that makes, you know, that makes your dreams come true, or your dreams come to reality, basically. And the last and final one here is the community card came out here, which is a spirit of community, connection, you know, connection perhaps with like-minded people, basically, you know, partnerships and networking. Let's talk about the angel of strength right now, because the angel of strength, you know, call upon the angel of strength, because this is the center of our life force, energy, okay? And what I'm being guided to say right now here is that to just do not take yourself out of the picture of your own destiny. Meditate, okay? Meditate on the eternal power that flows and surges through your life. The eternal power that flows and through your third chakra, okay? And then take your power back